Hi guys, None with you again, and I'm sure a lot of you are fed up with all the CB radio videos I've been uploading recently. Well, I've been fixing up that Uni Ace 200. But today we're back to Stylophones for this Christmas special, and this is the 1968 Stylophone, which I fixed up in a couple of videos a while back there, and this is now very nice and it works really well and it was good. But of course, that's not what we're looking at today. As you've seen in the title, we are looking at this, which is my revision 3 bass stylophone. This is from about 1975 approximately, um, when I would have been very young indeed. Yes, when I got this, the notes were very, very quiet, and then occasionally it would go like loud and then quiet and loud, and it just really needed a full restoration. And so I changed all the capacitors. I filmed myself doing it. I changed all the capacitors and checked some of the transistors and what have you. And I've now got it back to a fully working state. I don't know why I didn't upload the video at the time, and there must have been reasons or something. But so now I'm going to show you that restoration. Sadly, some of the footage has been lost, but we have got the main sort of capacitor replacement is all on video, and so I'm about to show you that. Hi guys, None with you again, and this is my bass stylophone, which is quite a rare little beastie, but this one has a problem. As you can hear, it's not working very well. It's about half the volume of what it should be. Now, when I first got this, it was producing really, really quiet tones, and you couldn't hardly hear it at all. And then it started suddenly working okay or half decent, and now it's just now you could say with the sounds it's producing at the minute, it almost sounds like it's got a flat battery, but that is a brand new battery in it. Obviously this keypad needs a clean and the stylus needs a clean, but I think what we need to do today is open this up and look at replacing the capacitors inside it. So let's have a look at it. Oops. There's the new battery. We'll take that out. And here we can see, normally it's these electrolytic capacitors that go bad. The chances are that one has gone bad as well. That's 12 volts at 100 UF. It's not a standard value these days, so we'll go with 16 volts, 100 UF. And these sort of foil wrap capacitors, I suppose they are. I'm not sure completely. But these are not good. So the plan for today, or the plan for today's video, is to replace all these foil wrap capacitors and replace this electrolytic capacitor. Well, I'm still waiting for this one to arrive. I do actually have some poly capacitors to replace these with, which should do the job very well. But as we can see, this is definitely a bass stylophone, although they have spelled it incorrectly. There we are. These are the new poly capacitors which I've got all ready to do the job, and they should replace those wrap capacitors very nicely. Of course, there may be some capacitor experts somewhere say, oh, you shouldn't replace those with those because it'll give a different tonal value or something. And you know, perhaps they're right, perhaps they're not right. But for me, those are the best match for the minute. They are the same value. And undoubtedly, when they built these stylophones, they weren't worried about these being paper, foil, or mica capacitors or polyester. No doubt they just went for the cheapest capacitors they could find to make these, and that's what they've gone with. So I'm going to replace these with these poly capacitors, and there shouldn't be any problems. Take out these screws, and you can tell this is the third generation or third revision stylophone, because these are screws that just thread into the plastic posts, whereas in the earlier stylophones they did have metal threads to screw into. So now we can get the board out, which isn't entirely easy because we've got this headphone jack. Let's get some of the mic. A little flat screwdriver to help us. Come on. Just need to lever that out. Nice. Pull the board up. Come on. And that's it. And it should break away. And we can see the back side of the board there. And you can see all the nice traces. I mean, this looks to be sort of, you know, almost like a handmade board, kind of. I mean, I know they were mass produced, but you don't see this in modern electronics, all these nice curvy traces. You don't see that, you just see like straight lines and wires and everything. But that's very nice, and this is, being a third revision, this is from virtually around 1975-ish. So we'll start at this end. Oops. So I have tested all of these last night, and they are perfect to spec. And look at that, they fit in there perfectly. Absolutely, couldn't have been better. So that's good. Right, now just get that soldered in. Oh, come on. Once. Let's now hook up to this. I don't know what it is, a full wrap capacitor, Swiss roll. Yep. So let's see. That was reading 0.98, so that one's basically 0.1. So that one's still pretty good. So If they're all as good as that, then these won't be the cause of why it wasn't working right. But anyway, we'll go through and change some other ones and test them and see. These couldn't have been better if I tried, really. They are exactly the right size to fit in these holes, and they look very nice. Bring back the little cappy duster and check this one. 0.1. Yep, so that is doing what it should be after all these years. Let's go backlight. Let's see. 0.1. So far, all of these capacitors have been in spec, so it looks like these were not the cause of this thing randomly going wrong. Now, of course, you see, in most repairs you do, if you're doing repairs to things, you wouldn't just randomly swap out components. But in these old sort of stylophones and old vintage electronics, there are certain capacitors which are known to go bad, and these sort of wrap capacitors are one of the types that are fairly well known to go bad. So there's one more in circuit here. So let's pull this one out and see if he's good or not. Yeah, see, normally you wouldn't just swap components. Normally you would diagnose the problem and, work out what's wrong. But on some occasions, like this, it can be well, it's good to change these over anyway, because if they're not bad now, they will be at some point. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy Christmas. Cheers for now.